Right, welcome back to Bell the UCAT. Right, been a while. Thank you very much for your patience, and thank you very much for all the emails that you've been sending, inquiring about questions, inquiring about courses and whatnot. Right, so what's the plan today? Oh, nothing else. Smash the cat, which is UCAT. Try more questions. Taking a bit of a break from the previous subsections we tried, decision making. Wow, one of the best sections ever. Right, and challenging ones, interesting ones. Now, today we're taking a break from decision, going on to quants, because many people emailed asking to upload more videos, asking for questions on courses and so on. Now, before we go ahead any further, need to answer all those questions about the courses. Yes, number one, if you are in UK, depending on what city you are, right, there will be classroom lessons being held, number one. Number two, those are people who are Australia, New Zealand, and UK as well. So I've been getting emails from all of you inquiring about courses. Yes, online courses will be up and running, and that's the main reason why I've been held up with a bit of a 7-8 days gap between my last video and today. Right, okay, so yeah, online courses will be uploaded soon, and I've been busy trying to refine, edit all those things in those courses for 2025, right? Because 2025 demands a different strategy. We don't have abstract reasoning, which used to be this, hence I had to modify some of those courses and so on to tailor it exactly to 2025. Right, without further ado, so yes, I do have your emails, I do have everything, so we will definitely update you on the online courses and classroom lessons, whoever has expressed interest in classroom lessons or the comprehensive lessons and so on. So some people also asked if you could shed some more light on the different styles of courses. So just telling you, there's an online course where you get access to videos, online videos, going through each and every subsection. Then we got the classroom lessons depending on UK cities. Sorry about people or candidates from Australia, New Zealand, not yet into Australia, New Zealand as classroom. Then there is comprehensive, where you get an option to choose classroom and online. And then there's a fourth course, which is again a crash course. A crash course is predominantly for students who are just made up their mind to the UCAT just a little bit late. Right, okay. And last one is premium course. Right, anyways, in due course I will get more information, help you with all those courses. Ready? Here we are again. Right, what are we doing? Quantitative, quants. Now, if you look at question number 17 is what I am on now. Right, I have made a couple of videos, so you have to look at the previous videos on different other strategies I share in these free YouTube videos. I go extremely in detail in those courses. Righty, without further ado, question number 17 is what I have. Emphasis on these sort of questions we will see. Now, before, one more last thing. You would have UCAT, we will see today. The strategies that we use to crack quants or decision making, which you've seen, are very unlike UCAT, Medify, MedEntry. Their solutions are fine, but the problem is they're too time intensive. They're too long-winded. I don't want anything which is time-intensive, time suckers, because everything UCAT is about time management, right? And brain management. Yes, some people get anxious because they keep looking at the clock. So time management. So the strategies that we will talk about will be speedy math. So, right, unlike A-level GCSE, don't need to show the working. Working is not needed. So as long as I get the answer, that's the bottom line. Right, without further ado, question number 17, you will see for yourself how we crack these questions. Right, question 17 on the UCAT website. Here I am. So how did I get here? I got this. Clicked on to UCAT Prepare, Practice Tests, Quantitative Reasoning Question Bank. Got on to the maths. I'm on question 17. 1 to 16, I've already done those in the previous videos. Right, question 17, here we are. Mobile advert. So we've got altogether sort of a mobile advert. Ready? Mobile advert market comprises of what? Display, search, and so on. The graph shows the change in the value of the display ad market, change in the value of the display ad market from the previous year, and the change in the share of the search and SMS a certain period in the year preceding year 1. The value displayed over 1.2. So most of the time, the answer has to be multiple of 1.2. Ignore the decimal strategy, one of the strategies. So answer has to be multiple of 12. Let's see. What was the value of the display ad market in year 1? In year 1, percentage question. Because in year 1, display is the dot, right? So this is what he's asking to do. 250. Multiplier is 250%. Your multiplier has to be, right? Your multiplier has to be 3.5, right? Multiplier, I'll explain in a bit. Let me crack this question. 3.5 times by 12 or 1.2, 42, digits are 4, 2. There we go. So we got digits are 4 and 2. That's option E. Right, let's see if we got it right. Yes, we did. Right, so unlike again emphasizing, sorry, it's just a cringy moment. It's a lame one. I can't be doing this. I have to do it. Speedy math. So what was the speed tactics I used? The speed tactics I ended up using was, I know it, anything that has to be there has to be a multiple of 1.2, right here. Anything that I have has to be a multiple of 1.2. I'm timesing it by the multiplier. This is 250% increase. This is 250%. This is 150%. This is 80%. This is 36% increase. So anytime in GCSE, I'm sure some of us would know the constant multiplier, but just for the sake of it, I'm doing. If there's a 36% increase, there's a 36% increase. What's the multiplier? 1.36. We agree. If there's a 20% increase, you know it, multiplier is going to be 20% increase. Multiplier is going to be 1.2. Ready? If there's a 20% decrease, if the 20% decrease, multiplier will be 0.8. Right? All you have to do is add 1 to the decimal. So 20% is 0.2, add 1 to it. Right, similarly, what I've got here is, he's asking me to do, which is the multiplier, right? Okay, so here we are again. So what I did here was 1.2. What's the multiplier for 2.5? 2.5, 250 becomes 3.5 times by 1.2, 4.2. You don't really need to bother about the decimals. You just say, I'm looking for the digits, 42. So ideally, you could have done something called 3.5 times by 12. 42, 4 and 2. That's my answer. So that's the speedy way. So two things to learn. You know, answers, all of them have to be multiple of 12 or 1.2. Right. Second, ignore the decimals. You don't need the decimals. You just need the digits, 4, 2. Next, you are saving time on, if you're not doing good enough, if you're not still to the level of doing mental maths, so ignore the decimals. Every keystroke takes extra time. Right, so 3.5, I got ready to get the 3.5 percentage. Ready? Moving on. And our answer definitely was E. Right, here we are. So we're not going to do this. So that was speed maths. 3.5 was a multiplier times by 1.2 or 12. Ready? Moving on. Next question. The next question is to do with, change it to the cursor. Right, then he says, what is the difference between value, what is the difference between the value of the display ad market in year 3 and year 2? Right, okay. Display ad market, year 3, year 2. Right, watch out, speedy way. 150 take away 80 difference, because I'm doing the difference. 150 take away 80. Oh, that's 0.7. Right. So do I have 0.7 or 7 times by this difference? 12. 7 times by 12.2, 2 times 10, 84. Answer is something to do with 84 or 8.4. Ready? Let's see if it's good. Indeed, it is good. So again, if you look at that, please don't tell me you're going to do all this donkey work to get to this question. That is absolutely lame. It should not. Right, so again, that was it. Speedy math we did. We just found out what is the difference. So 80 take away 150, right? Or 150 take away 80. Do I have 70? Because that's the difference, right? So 70 is nothing but, I did 70 is nothing but, I did as 0.7 and times by not 1.2. I'm just trying to shave away. 12 times 7, my brain processes that quicker. 12 times by 7, 84. Bang, looking for the digits. 84 it is. If you are to do it the other way, let me get rid of this first. If you are to do it another way, which is the geeky way, I would not suggest. Some people would say, why did you not use the multiplier? Of course, thanks for asking that question. Right, okay, so here we are. If you would have done 1.5, 150% means that's 2.5. Please agree. 150% is a multiplier would be 2.5. 80% would be multiplier is 1.8. Even if you do it this way, please find out 2.5 take away 1.8 to 1.7. You can look at 2.5 take away 1.8. Bang, 0.7. That's the actual difference, because the question was about finding out the difference. So 0.7 times by 1.2, or well, 12,784. Ready? Bravo. Moving on. Next question now. The next question, here we are. Right, so, let's get rid of this. Bin it. What was the value of the mobile ad market in year 3? Mobile, 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 mobile. So what is the mobile? Mobile ad market is made up of display, all right, now display, and the rest of them are this. So what's the share of search and SMS? In year 3, search of SMS is 30%. That means my 30% is search and SMS. That means my display is going to be 70%. Please agree. Ready? All right, so let's see now. So what am I going to do now? So I want to find out what was the value of the mobile ad market right straight away. So how much is the value of the display? Right, multipliers again. So I've got 1.2 was the preceding year, which is 1.2 million at the top to you here. So 1.2 starting the game of multipliers. 3.5 times by 2.5 multiplier times by 1.8. Bang, 18.9 is 18.9 in year 3 is your display ad market, and that is 70% of the total market, which is mobile. Can I divide by 0.7? Done. 27. Bang, got my answer. So 27 it is. Let's see what we got. Indeed, 27 again. Please. Not the right way to do it, as I keep on repeatedly telling you. These particular UCAT course doesn't require long-winded, time-sucking strategies. So what we need is shortcuts, speedy maths, and hopefully it makes sense. I'm not doing any fancy maths here. I'm not doing anything fancy here, just basic maths, trying to tweak to get to the answer. Right, quickly going through this. So answer is C. Yeah, we got C, 27 million. Right, okay. Let's just quickly go through this. What did I do? What I did here, again, was we were told what was the value of the mobile ad market, right? Mind you need to read the question. The triangle bit here, represents share of search and SMS. Right. That means the remainder, which is 30%. Search and SMS 30%. Remainder is 70%. Right. Oh, mobile ad would be 7%. And what did I do? The concepts of multiplier. So initially it was 1.2. So I've got 2.5. If I got 2.5, multiply would be 3.5. Right. Next, 150%. Multiply would be 2.5. Next, 80% multiply would be 1.8. 18.9 is what we've got for year 3, which is 70% of the total. So divide by 0.7, reverse percentage, 27. Bravo. Moving on. To our next question, please we can. Righty, okay. Let's bin it. In year 4, the mobile ad market comprised 28% of the total online. Oh, right. Mobile ad is 28% of the online. So in the year 4, right, okay. Now, if you remember, so you got, well, now we're moving on to something to do with year 4. In year 4, what's the percentage share of search and SMS? 20%. That means the remainder of this would be 80% would be the share of the display ad. Righty, okay. Again, looks like. Now, second trick to remember. It's always a good idea for a question like these if you can register, remember, recollect what your answer was for the previous one. If you remember just the previous question we did, I remember getting an answer of 18.9. Right. Now, 18.9, I will screw my calculation. 18.9 was display ad market in year 3. How much will it be? In year 4, 36% increase, 1.36 is the multiplier, 25.74. 25.74, this is equal to 25.74. Now divide that, it's there, 25.74. What is 25.74? That's your display ad market, which is 80% of the total. Can I divide by 0.8? Bang, which is equal to divide by 0.28. Bang, 114.75. There we go, 114.75. Righty, and let's see. Indeed, it is 114.75. Sorry, I'm not going to repeatedly say no. Because of these strategies, many people say this is a tricky question, so you might as well skip it. No, we need to share in my courses strategies of all different types. That would help us. So a normal student who hasn't got a strategy, who would have skipped this question, which wasn't supposed to be skipped. It was easy, just about knowing different strategies to crack these questions. So right, redoing this question one more time. So what was the game all about? So again, we're not doing the solution which is offered to us by UCAT. Right, now, so I know in year 3, My display ad market was 18.9. How did I get it? 1.2. 1.2 times by multiplier gave me 18.9. In year 4, how much would that be? All right, 18.9 times by, do I have 1.36? Because it percentage share, 25.74. 25.74 is what we got. What is this 25.74? That's the display ad market, which is equal to 80% of the mobile ad market. So diverse percentage, divide that by 0.8. Now 32.3 is your mobile ad market. Your mobile ad market is 32.13, which is equal to 20% of the overall total online ad market. Reverse percentage divided by 28, 114.75, which was the right answer. Without further ado, quickly move on. Right, so, next question. Here we are again. Right, let's bin it. Right, okay. What is that? The diagram shows asset, recommended asset company. All right, asset company. Investor is good. Investment and the asset allocation for conservative investors shown as an angle 70%. Asset allocation for conservative is by an angle. Okay, so all these are conservative, moderate, aggressive. Right, depends on what type of investor you are. Should start thinking about investment as well after you become a doctor. Right, conservative investor. Right, that's an angle. The asset allocation from moderate and aggressive is shown for every $100. Could be Australian. Wow. All the best to Australian candidates going and New Zealand ones trying to crack the UCAT. Ready? Here we are. So bottom line is the conservative is an angle, moderate, aggressive is in form of 100 out of every $100, which is percentages. That's the strategy. Ready? What is angle subtends at the center of the circle for an investment in stocks for a moderate? So I'm looking for stock. Oh, that's it. What am I looking for? A worm? This is the logo or whatever the key says. Worm looks worm-like and a blank. For a moderate. Moderate means bit more. So do I have a worm? 40 and 40 and 25 do I have 65. 65 out of what? 65%. Because we said moderate and aggressive. 65% of 360. Bang, 234. Bravo. That was quick. Right, 234. Let's see. Oh yeah, 234. Right, for a change, they used our strategy, which is good one. So one more time, slowing it down. What were you doing? So answer D is good. Beg your pardon. So what does he want? Moderate in stocks. Stocks is domestic and international. Doesn't specify. So I take both, which is 40 and 25, which is 65. So 65%. Why do you use percent? Because for them it is out of 100. So I'm dealing in percentages. So do I have that make it 65 out of 100? 0.65 out of 100. Ratios or percentages 234. Times it by 360. What is 360? The angle for the whole thing. 234 it is. Moving on. Without further ado. Next question. Righty? Okay. Bin it again. Right. So the total amount of money invested by conservative investor. Right. Total amount by conservative means the middle one. What is the difference of value of assets allocated to the bonds? Bonds, which is a bubble. And I'm going to have to do cash, which is a stripe. Looking what the difference. The right of the core. So conservative is between these two. What's the difference? So got 26, 216. I need to find how much it is. 144, which is 360 minus 216 minus 72. Looks like 144. 360 minus 216 minus 72. 72. Now once we got, so that 72 is here. So what's this one? 216 minus 72. Do I have 144? One more time. What we did was we found out how much is this stripy bit. This stripy bit we found out is 72. Is that correct? So how did I do 72? Minus 216 minus 72, right? Which is equal to, oh yes, that's 72. Now then I said, what's the difference between, he said, altogether, the bubble, which is the bonds and the cash. He says, difference between them, 216 take away 72 is 144. 144, again, because that is as out of 360 is 40%. Answer has to be times it by 23525. Right, 9410. Bang, here we are. 9410. So going through this, just double checking. It is indeed C. Righty, C is the right answer. Right, so what was the plan? Be finding out the difference. Difference between what? Bubbles, bonds, and cash. Right. Which is I need to know how much is this stripy value. Right, so I found out that turned out to be 72. That's the stripy. Then he wanted me to find out the difference. 216 take away take 72, I have 144. Mind you, 144 as a fraction of ratios, do I have that's 360? I'm just slowing it down. That means how much would it be if the total is 23525? If I'm doing 23525, literally that's the calculation I did. The speedy way of doing it, so 144 divided by 360 times by 23525. There you go, 9410. That was it, using the concept of ratios. Brilliant. Here we are again. Righty. Now, is there any other way of doing it? Of course, yes. Another way of doing it is if you could just times it by 0.4. So times it 23525 times by 0.4. Bang, 9410. There we are. So that's another shortcut strategy I used to use straight away. Right. Okay. So talk. This is all right. Moving on. Next question. Let's bin this one now. He says, what is the mean value of the asset allocation? So he wants me to find the mean value of asset allocation to cash stripey of this one for a moderate and investor and an aggressive. So I need to talk about the mean value of the stripey. So I need to find out how much is the stripey of this one. Everything is for both of them, moderate and aggressive, is out of $100 or 100%. Right, so how much is this? So everything is out of 100. 40, 25, 25, 50, that is 10. So moderate is 10 cent. Ready? Similarly for the stripey for the other one, 30, so we got 30, 55, and this. Do I have 95? 95, take 100, stripey of this one is, that bit is how much? 5%. That bit is how much? 10%. 10 plus 5 divided by 2. Do I have 7.5%? 7.5%, I'm just dealing with 7.5. What would I do? 7.5 times by 18200, bang, 136,500. Any option with 1365, there we are. That's this. Any option? So option B. Yep, option B it is. So here we option B it is. Ready? So what was the plan now? So the plan in this case, again, what I did was finding out the mean. You know, firstly find the stripeys. How much is that? 10 and 5. 10% and 5%. Do I have 15 divided by 2? 7.5. It is percent. In thinking, why did you do 7.5? 7.5 is the mean divided by 100. Oh, 0.075 times by 18200. 1365. There we go. That's my answer. Very simple as right. Okay, moving on to our next one. Bin it. Right. A asset allocation for an aggressive investor is shown as a semicircle. What would be the angle surrounded by the domestic? If that asset allocation aggressive. It shouldn't say what would be the angle for the stocks. Domestic stocks is the worms. Domestic stock is the worms. Oh, that's 55. Answer has to be multiple of 11. 55. Bank. Multiple of 11, that's the only option. So I'm choosing option D straight away. It is 55, multiple of 11. Answer also has to be 55. Has to be 55 multiple of 11. My outcome also has to be a multiple of 11. This is 55 over 100 is what we got. So there you go. Let's see. Option D. Indeed. So 55% is what is there. So 55, answer is D, 99. Shortcut again, not doing that strategy. Never had to lift a pen, just had to know multiplying effect. Right, so moving on. Next question. That was easy. The previous one was looks familiar. I think so. I've done this question in the previous video. Right, let's keep checking if there are any more questions that we could crack. This one, I remember doing all of this in one of our previous videos, including this one as well. Not sure about this one. What is the total area of the cardboard piece required to make the lid? Oh, yes. So total area of the cardboard piece. So you know, that's fairly GCSE. You need to find out how much is this, how much is this, how much is this, and so on. Ready? So that looks fairly easy. Ready? Moving on. Can't be 67, can't be 87. I'm looking for a even number. So I've already eliminated these two. So then here we go. So 8 times 6, 48, can't be this. So it has to be between these two. Just 58 is too close to 76. 58 or 76. Now look at that when I'm eliminating it. That's one of the strategies I also talk about in our courses, which is how to eliminate the option. Now, firstly, can't be 87 because I'm looking for even numbers. Well, right, there's a strategy on this one. Why even numbers? Go over the formula. Let's see if it is 58 or... Oh, there we are. Right. So 48 plus 28. Do I have 56? So there are... what do you need to do? So firstly... you are just literally doubling everything. So doubling the sides, you are literally doubling the side. 1 times by 6. Do I have how much is this bit? This is 1. How much is 6? 1 times 6, 6. On the other side, 6 as well. Do I have that's 12? How much is this bit? Do I have that's 8 times 1? Do I have 16? 8 times 1. Do I have 8? Double that. Do I have 16? 28. 28 plus 6 times 8, 48. Bang. There we go. That's why I eliminated this option, and 76 it was. So it is, again, trying to get to the answer by eliminating. You don't necessarily need to solve it. Right, guys, okay, I think so. It's been a long video. Okay, let's just quickly do one last question. Right, the deposit of the type D motorboat increases by, so deposit 95, increased by 5%. When you increase by 5%, multiply 105, something to do with 99.5 or 99.75. Let's do 95 times by 5% increase 1.05. Oh, sorry. 95 times by 1.05. Oh, there we go, 99.75. So I've got 99.75. Oh, wait a minute. This option has 99.75. Maybe, let's see, read on. What is the total cost for 6 hours? Oh, this one times by 600. So we've got 100 times by 6. Do we agree? So that was 100 value. Can I times by 6? Do I have 600? 600 plus 99. Oh, I missed it. That was absolutely, because we found out 99.5 when we did the calculation right here. Oh, 99.75. Anyways, oh, just quickly check if we got it right or not. Yep, it is 100% right. So we've got all together 699.75. Righty, people, thank you very much for looking at this video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you soon in the comments or in the email or in any of those courses. Till then, well, keep cracking and smashing and belling the UCAT. Till then, ciao, ciao. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.